Hi guys, in this video we are going to see what is fixed bias and operation of fixed bias in active and saturation and cutoff region. So let me show you what is fixed bias and what is the circuit of fixed bias. So fixed bias is a circuit in which IB remains constant for a given value of VCC, and it is also called a base bias or fixed base bias. So since the IB remains constant for any values of VCC, the operating point remains constant or fixed, so that we can get a fixed Q point, and this is the main advantage of a fixed bias. And the circuit is as follow: we get an AC input signal and it is connected to a capacitor, and the circuit consists of RB and RC, and each conventional current flows. For example, IB flows here and IC flows here. That is RB. For RB, IB current flows, and for RC, IC current flows. The entire circuit we can divide into two halves, that is base half and emitter half. Yes, and across RC I am connecting a capacitor C2 and I am getting the output signal. So there are three operating ranges of transistor, that is active, saturation and cutoff. So in the active region, the transistor actively acts as an amplifier. In the transistors, which region? Active region, emitter base loop is forward bias and collector base loop is reverse bias. So I am going to show how both the loops work there. So first, when we are looking to the emitter base loop, I am just considering this base portion alone. VCC is common to all, that is base and collector, so we have to consider VCC, RB and VB alone and don't consider this region. That is why I marked here. And flow of direction is based on VCC's convention, right? So for this diagram, VCC is along the left side, so it should be from left to right. Accordingly, you have to mark polarity. VCC and VBE have polarities normally, and RB has polarity clockwise, since IB flows clockwise, right? And by using Kirchhoff's voltage law, I have derived VCC is equal to VCC minus IBRB minus VB equal to 0. How? Just note it down. Minus to plus usually goes potential rise. So VCC is positive and IBRB flows from positive to negative, so it is a drop. So negative minus IBRB and plus to minus VBE, that is voltage drop over there. So VBE is minus VBE. So in this equation, when I write in terms of IB, I am getting the equation as IB is equal to VCC minus VBE by RB. The simplification process is simple, since I am just going to eliminate the parameters on one side, the required parameters, and then taking the denominator of it. That's it. And collector base loop. So a collector base loop is generally reverse bias. So when we move to the first diagram, I can see VCC and RC and VCE alone. These are the collector component. I have already told you VCC is common for both base and collector base and collector regions. Yeah. So now when I look this circuit, VCC comes over here and RC and VCE. So just see the circuit. So the flow of current is along the direction of from the starting point is VCC, because flow should start from IC. So IC should move in anti-clockwise direction, since VCC is on the right side, that is from right to left. Okay. So now when I write an equation, I can get minus to plus, there is rise over there, so VCE, and once again minus to plus RC, it is again positive plus ICRC, and plus 2 minus VCC, so minus VCC. So when I write an equation, that is VCE is equal to VCC minus RC. So this is the equation required for both emitter based loop and collector based loop in the active region. And now we are going to write for saturation and for cutoff. So why I have separated it, I have to tell the characteristics first and then I can tell you what can be the resultant IC and VCE. So in saturation region there must be larger enough current but little or zero voltage, mostly zero. So in the saturation region I can tell IC sat is VCC by RC, since it is a ratio of voltage to resistor, and VCE is approximately equal to 0 volt. Why I am telling is IC equal to beta IB. So we have, when I convert this convention, I can get VCE to a minimum of 0.001 volt. So it is approximately 0 volt, right? So cutoff, what is the characteristics of cutoff is less or zero current but maximum voltage. So VCE cutoff is equal to VCC I can tell, and IC is equal to 0 milliamps, right? So when I analyze a load line for this, so by load line analysis, along the saturation region, that is voltage is almost equal to 0, that is we can see here 0 touches there and almost it is 0, maybe 0.1 or 0.2 something, almost here it is going 0, that is VCE along y axis is 0. So it can be shown like when I take IC along y axis, along the y axis when I plot a point x is equal to 0, right? That's why VC is 0, and along the x axis VC is present. When I plot IC over there, y axis is 0, so IC equal to 0. Can you get my point? And when we draw a load line, so VCC by RC is simply IC saturation where 0 voltage occurs. So you can tell this is IC sat, 0 voltage occurs. It can be anywhere, here also, your wish. And VCC is VCE cutoff of VCC is equal to VCE cutoff. And when I plot a line for this, that is the load line, and the intermediate point is the Q point, and Q point is not only for this one alone, we can plot a Q point in every line, every plot of a graph. We can see it later on, that is in effects of VCC on Q point. So when I tell the effect of VCC on Q point is, VCC is simple when it is in VCC by RC. Yes, so IC is equal to VCC by RC. So when I increase the VCC part, I can get a more Q point, and when I reduce the value of VCC I get a less Q point. So that is why three parallel lines have been drawn. I have made sure that VCC is alone changed and RC remains constant. So we can tell VCC1 is higher than VCC2 and higher than VCC3. Since higher the VCC, higher will be the Q point and higher will be the load line. So you can tell this point. And secondly, effect of RC on Q point, IC is equal to VCC by RC. So when I give the value of RC, that is increase or decrease the value of RC, there may be changes in such a way that when I increase RC I can get a low value of IC, or when I decrease the value of RC I get high value of IC. That's why I am getting where VCC by R1 looks higher and VCC by R3 is lower. So in this case we can tell R3 is greater than R2 is greater than R1. So we can get into a conclusion that the effect of RC on Q point is when resistance RC increases, the Q point, the load line decreases, right? And effect of IB on Q point. So IB is simply VCC by RC, that I have already told you, and for Q point purpose I have told you, like for different plots of graph, different areas of Q point occurs. For example, in the topmost Q point occurs earlier, and in the bottom next to it Q point occurs a little bit more, and Q point occurs a little bit even more. Like that it occurs in such a way that there must be a small distance to create a Q point, and Q point is generally a steady DC voltage or current occurs for different values of IB. For a minimum current, an input current is stopped, and that DC voltage and current play a vital role here. So in this way we can split a topic, and when we revise we can get full marks in it, and we can grasp the concept with maximum effort. Thank you.